why don't we get into the story about disgraced alleged PDF file Prince Andrew finally renouncing his royal titles. The way the British press harasses Meghan Markle, you would think she were the PDF file in the family, right? Finally, we get to talk about this POS loser. So Prince Andrew, or should I say Andrew, Creep Andrew maybe, and his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson are losing their royal titles. He is now officially the former Duke of York, and he released a statement on Friday talking about how continued accusations against him and his connection to Jeffrey Epstein distract from the work of His Majesty and the Royal Telegraph. I think this is the release that went out with that sort of information. His face is so freaking repulsive, like just disgusting. The stories that I've heard about this man and everybody else involved with Jeffrey Epstein, including, a certain Donald Rump. So strictly embargoed, right? So this is the royal communication that went out to journalists. It says, in discussion with the king and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded the continued accusations about me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. I have decided, as I always have, to put my duty to my family and country first. As I always have. Please, you wouldn't even have these allegations against you if you did put your family first. You wouldn't be out here cheating with children, allegedly. I stand by my decision 5 years ago and stand back from public life. With His Majesty's agreement, we feel I must now go a step further. I will therefore no longer use my title or the honors which have been conferred upon me. As I have said previously, I vigorously denied the accusations against me. Shut up. You're guilty. Guilty, 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 guilty. Okay? And mind you, this guy didn't even get stripped of his titles. He still technically has them. It's just that he cannot use them anymore. So this is not a 100% victory. He should have been full-blown stripped of them, stripped of privileges. He should not be able to live in a publicly funded palace. None of that. He should be out on the streets. That's what he should be. Fully cut off, fully everything, excommunicated. But this is just to kind of quiet things down. Mind you, he is currently under investigation, which is the next story that we'll get into and whatnot. But just disgusting, and he's still claiming that he's innocent, even though it's very clear that he is not. So let's talk about him being investigated, why exactly that is, right? So this filthy creep is being investigated for pressuring an officer to dig up information on Virginia Giuffre in leaked emails. So this is a quote from the Mail on Sunday's article. Quote, authorities are investigating Prince Andrew after a report surfaced that he asked a police protection officer to dig up information about the late Virginia Giuffre in leaked emails. The royal reportedly told his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II's deputy press secretary in 2011 that he gave an officer Giuffre's U.S. Social Security number and date of birth to look into her alleged criminal record. Per the outlet, he allegedly sent the email shortly before a 2001 photo was released of himself with his arm wrapped around her waist when she was 17 years old. So this creepy old man knew that the photo of him with his arm inappropriately around a minor was coming out. And so to protect his filthy loser, worthless self, he goes to a cop and says, dig up as much dirt on this chick as you can. What a freaking loser. Like, this guy is so disgusting. I do not understand why there's not wall-to-wall hate against this guy, because it's truly sick and evil what he did. Virginia ultimately wound up taking her own life from the trauma, the sheer and utter trauma that this creep, that Jeffrey Epstein, that Trump, and all these people involved in this, underworld or whatever, put her through. Right? Absolutely sickening. It truly, truly is. So according to the article, it's unclear if the officer complied with Andrew's request. And the UK's energy secretary, named Ed Miliband, said, in reference to the correspondence or the email between Andrew and the cop, that it was, quote, deeply concerning and ensuring the public that he would be investigating this entire situation as well. And so for her part, Virginia's family has also commented on the allegations of this, and they've told the Mail on Sunday that the emails exposed the lengths to which those implicated try to discredit and defame survivors, right? The truth will surface and there will be no shadows in which they can hide. So Disgusting, truly, truly disgusting. And again, this guy deserves a lot more hate than he actually gets, and it's a shame that that nobody's wondering why he gets to technically keep his title, even though he's not going to be using it publicly. He technically gets to keep it. Why nobody's wondering why he's still funded. Why aren't people complaining about that? They should be complaining about all of that the way that they do for other people who have not committed crimes, allegedly committed crimes against children, right? And mind you, this is not the only controversy that Prince Andrew has. He also is such a dum-dum that he made friends with a Chinese spy, unbeknownst to him. And he was giving all of these like secrets and information about the royal family, the UK, and stuff like that. This was a big story that came out, but it was hushed very quickly as well. He's a total moron, and he's a total liability to the royal family. Mary says, I'm scared for the police officer. Let's hope they don't get in a car accident like most enemies of the crown. Ooh. Right? Gwen says, didn't Virginia have some kind of accident before her death? She was hospitalized for a while. I remember her saying that she's not, that, was it her that said that she wasn't suicidal or something like that? I don't remember what it was too, but like she was really, really calling out for people to look into this and talking about how mentally damaging the whole situation was. Mary Judah says, pressuring the police as a royal prince sounds very legal to me. It does. You know, why are these freaking parasitic losers above the law? Prince Andrew is a nobody. He's a loser. He's accomplished nothing in life. He'll never accomplish anything in life. He has broken several laws over his lifespan and not even been charged with a single damn crime. When can we stop with this royal BS? Please, like, stand up, people. What the hell is a royal? Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's stupid, you know? Anyway. Absolutely insane. You know, what this man has been able to get away with. This creep, this perverse, depraved individual. Gwen says, I got Virginia's book in the mail yesterday. Creep Andrew better have more consequences, but it's a lovely start. Amen to that. You know, but unfortunately, again, it's symbolic. It's symbolic because he technically still is the Duke of York, and he technically still is a prince. He just can't really publicly refer to himself as one, which is just, you know, to shut people up. But I think there needs to be more pressure on him. Mary Judah says, yeah, they act like Meghan selling gem is the same as this. Exactly. The way that they go after that woman is just so sickening. When they have a literal alleged PDF file in their midst, is just, it's insane. All right. And I agree, Be Wise. They're trying to clean up their image a bit, but it's not going to work. People need to continue to ask these kinds of questions. Right. So there you go. You know, her death is very suspicious. And I agree, the whole royal family is twisted. It's not normal. This royalty stuff, maybe back in the olden ages or whatever, but come on now. I thought we grew up past the fairy tales already. Becky says, I thought these things only happened in America. The princes and whatnot, no. East Awesome. Oh, not the visual effects. I love it. Shout out to Prince William's Mistress Rose. # never forget. Shout out to Rose and her dildo. I don't know who said that. Portia. Hey, boo. Nice to see you. I'm late, girl, but so glad to catch up. Good morning, Grace, and I hope you get that mic. Thank you. Listen, I'm working on it. I have a second one coming. Listen, if any of you guys have ever taken minoxidil topically, please help me. I'm using the liquid version, like the spray. I think I'm spraying too much, y'all, but I don't know what dosage to use. Thank you, Portia. Shelby says the Chinese spy is a real reason this is happening. They don't care about the real issue of him being a pervert and victimizing actual people. Oh, he definitely got massively punished for that because, yeah, allegedly he gave out a lot of really, really big secrets. And I think money, there's some sort of a money exchange that happened there too that we might be hearing more about eventually. BY says Fergie's worse than him. She borrowed money from Epstein, allegedly. Ooh, not her borrowing. Listen, I kind of think touching kids is worse than borrowing money, though. Just saying. But this guy, oh God, his face is that good. I can't. He just disgusts me so badly.